All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Man, I'm gonna need to get a banner to put up on my wall that says Zach was right. We got news today that somehow PSA went from having 11 million submissions in their backlog that they were just boasting about a week ago, that like, oh, we're doing really good, we're knocking it down, we're going to be ready for more bulk submissions soon. Fast forward to today, they're up to 12 million submissions for bulk, and I knew this was going to happen. And They priced us out. They priced out the everyman. They priced out the guy that just wanted to have a couple cool slaps. They priced out the guys that were, and you know what? It's the community's fault. It's another thing where it's like it's totally on the community. You all got greedy because you all saw that a PSA 10 was worth 10 times the amount of a raw card, and for some reason a PSA 9 isn't good enough. It's got to be a PSA 10. You've got cards that if it's a PSA 9, it's worth less than it is when it's raw, but if it's a PSA 10, it's worth $5,000, which is ridiculous. And that doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense, the whole pricing convention and what people are putting these numbers at. And like, this is literally a community-driven thing. This is completely community-driven. I've talked about it a million times, and I'll talk about it a million more times. If we stop paying these prices, people will have to lower them. There's no reason why a card that there's a million of should be $5,000. Okay? And there's a couple cards. There's like the illustration Pikachu that's, 12 million or 14 million for that thing. That's so over the top still. It's still just a card. But so PSA started because they never stopped with the premium bulk submissions, right? So if you're just a guy that just had 50 cards that you wanted graded and you threw them at PSA, then that's just a regular, bulk submission. But if you pay for priority, if you pay for a premium service and throw a stack of 50 cards at them, then it gets priority. They never stopped receiving those premium bulk submissions, which I knew that's exactly what they were going to do. As soon as they said that they were only stopping the value bulk submissions, right? So the lowest tier where you don't have to pay for a premium membership or anything like that. You just pay for the submission cost, the bulk submission cost. You don't have a profile with them or anything like that. You're literally just, I have these cards, as soon as they announced that they were going to stop doing that until they could get caught up with their backlog, I knew it was all over. I knew that it was literally just a way for them to say, well, we're just going to make you start paying a premium, and then you still have to pay the submission cost on top of it. Oh, and we're also going to pay you a premium on cards that get a 10. And everybody's talking about like these low pop rates, these low gen rates. And it's like, look, man, they're incentivized to give you a PSA 10. Like, these pop rates and stuff aren't, they're just going to keep going up and up and up and up. And then eventually there's going to be, 50,000 Mega Gengars in a PSA 10. because, like I said, they get a commission, or not getting a commission, but they charge a premium, right? So they base it's a percentage of what the card is worth at its grade. So, yeah, if you submit a Mega Gengar EX from, what was it, Perfect Order? Ascended Heroes. I can't remember. I don't care for the Mega Collections because I think Mega Evolutions is stupid. But so in a PSA 10, it's like a $3,500 card. So they on top of the submission fee, they charge you another like $200 on top of the submission fee because it's a 10. Well, why is it a 10? Well, because the guy was having, felt like, he was like, looks like a 10 to me. That's literally what they do. Did you know that? A little bit of, a little bit behind the curtain, a little bit of movie magic for you. They literally have an empty slab that sits on their desk. They'll put the card in the slab and they'll do the arm's length test. Okay? And based on if it looks like a 10 at arm's length, then it's more likely to just get a 10 regardless if it's got whitening and stuff like that, because we've had tons of reports come in of people getting their cards back and it's a PSA 10, and even they say it shouldn't have been a PSA 10. They run it through AI and it says it shouldn't be a PSA 10. But the big problem we're having is that people are getting these cards because they're listening to these. Oh, it makes me so mad. This one's like, this gets me so heated. If there was ever a topic about Pokemon that gets me super heated, it's grading. And it's specifically PSA. Because, and like even Beckett, right? Like, oh, Beckett's like the gold standard. If Beckett was the gold standard, then Beckett cards would be worth more than PSA cards. And they're not. So where's the disconnect? Where's the cutoff? What's really the gold standard, right? Especially when you can take a card, submit it for grading, it comes back as a 7, you crack it, you resubmit it, comes back as a 9, you crack it again, resubmit it, and it comes back as a 10. And we want to talk about these guys are like a bastion of like, principles, and they have no incentive to give your card a real grading. Oh, they use AI now, and they don't. For some of their stuff, they might, but that you cannot convince me that they're using AI to do like pre-grading, when like the AI pre-grading stuff that's available to just the general public, has like a 90% like accuracy rate. Like the AI that you just have on your phone, you can scan your card and it'll say, oh yeah, no, that's a PSA 10. It's like 90% accurate. Might even be higher. Because the more you scan with it, because AI, obviously, the more you scan with it and the better it gets, the more accurate it'll become. But then you'll submit that card to PSA and it'll come back as an 8. Because the guy's having a bad day, So, like, this whole thing, dude, the whole, like, grading empire and, like, hierarchy thing needs to go away. And I've talked about it before. I've talked about it in earlier videos where, like, grading for comic books is way different than grading for cards, obviously, because they have to look at every single page. They're looking for wear in the ink. They're looking for stains. They're looking for creases. They're looking for water damage. On every single page, they're looking for centering. They're looking for typos, right? They're looking for errors. They're looking for all kinds of things with comic books. With cards, they're like, oh, front looks pretty centered, back looks pretty centered, not a lot of scratches. It's a 9. Out the door. I think they check like 11. I think I looked it up. I think it's like 11 points that they look at. Your 4 corners, front and back, so there's 8. for centering, right? And then they look for whitening, lifts, dents, and scratches. So 12 points. They have 12 points that they look at. And again, you can reference my video that I made about the levels of card condition, and you'll see that like there's definitely like this is a mint card, but they don't grade it as a mint card sometimes. I don't know. And I heard somebody talking today about how like we need grading, and it's like tell me you're not being, or tell me you're being paid by a grading company without telling me you're being paid by a grading company. And this guy was just preaching. Grading, we need grading because it's the only safeguard we have against fake cards. It's the only safeguard we have against counterfeits. We need grading. We have to have it. And I'm just rolling my eyes at this guy. I'm like, dude, you are all the way outside of your mind if you think that. Because there have been fake cards that have made it through grading. Look at CGC. Pfft, are you kidding me? Fake cards get passed through them all the time. Actually, there was even some PSAs that were fake that made it through PSA. So no, grading isn't the only safeguard we have. The only safeguard we have is just honest people and knowing who you're trading with. And maybe if cards weren't going for $1,000 out of the pack for current sets, Pikachu illustration rare, then maybe we wouldn't have people trying to counterfeit Pokemon cards. Are you kidding me? Counterfeiting Pokemon cards? Miss me with all that, dude. That is really think about that. Like say it out loud and really take it in that we are to a point in this hobby that there are people that are counterfeiting Pokemon cards. It's wild. Anyway, those are just my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comments below. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Have a good night.